everyone. Good afternoon. I would like to introduce myself first of all. My name is Christabel Sasabon. I'm here from BINUS University. I am the International Communications Section Head here at BINUS University. I would just like to introduce a few people that I have here with me, my colleagues. First of all, we have Ms. Greta, the Global Class Manager. Hi, Ms. Greta. We also have Ibu Mita, the Deputy Head of International Relations of Global Class.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Isabel. Thank you.
We also have Pak Satria Firdaus, who is the International Student Recruitment Section Head. Yeah. So thank you everyone so much for making the time to join us here at our very first Global Class Q&A session. This session would be just a casual Q&A chat. So we already have a few questions prepared. So if you guys would like to have some additional questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. We are also recording this session, so you can watch it right after the session is finished. We'll be also sending this recorded sessions right after in an email. I think just to start off, maybe either Ms. Greta or Ibu Mita, maybe you can tell us a bit more about what Global Class is.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Abel. Okay, so Global Class is one of a special program that we have in BINUS University, whereas 90% of the learning process is delivered in English. Now, in Global Class, we have currently 3 programs. We have International Relations, International Business Management, and Computer Science. And all of our programs are in Alam Sutera campus, so that's in Tangerang area. And the other special thing I think about Global Class is that we have 1 semester abroad. So students joining this program will experience 1 semester abroad, which is integrated with their learning in BINUS, and all of the, what do you call it? All of the grades that they get abroad will be fully transferred to BINUS transcript later on. Thank you, Ms. Abe.
Thank you, Ms. Greta. Since this session would be basically focusing more on the International Relations Program of Global Class, perhaps I can also have Ms. Mita to talk a bit more about the International Relations Program and what makes it different perhaps than the other international relations programs that perhaps other universities have.
Okay. Okay, hello. Yeah. Thank you, Isabel. Good morning, everyone. I would like you to introduce a little bit about our program, especially the Global Class program in International Relations Department, BINUS University. Our program, the department itself is established in 2012. Yeah, so it's still young, very young. And then the Global Class program in IR department then it's established in 2015, yeah, 2015, and then we start to accept students in 2016. And what makes us different than other IR program, because especially for a Global Class program in Indonesia, there are only few universities has similar program like us. I could mention one in private university, they are in Muhammadiyah Jogja, yeah, and then in University of Islamic Indonesia, both of them are in Jogja, and then in public university, there are 2 universities has similar program like us. One is in Gajah Mada, and one is in Hasanuddin in Makassar. So yeah, we could say that we are kind of an exclusive institution, yeah. But what makes us more special than others, because we are located in Alam Sutera, just like what Ibu Greta already mentioned. And Alam Sutera is the suburb of Jakarta, suburb of the capital. So we are nearby the capital. And if you would like to study international relations, it will be helpful if you are located nearby the capital, because then you can have easier interaction, mobility to the government officials, to the government office, and to the business area and other kind of places. And then what else? I think that's all, yeah. And then later on, perhaps, it will follow the questions that you can pose to us.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think that was a very interesting topic that you mentioned about us being different, as we are one of the only institutions that basically offers the international relations, and we are based also in the capital city of Indonesia. Perhaps you can also tell us a bit more about what is it that the actual students would study, maybe just like an overview or like a summary.
Okay. Yeah, basically what we study, or what I studied a few years ago. Of course, we study the basic courses like Introduction to International Relations, Theory, Methodology, and also other courses like Indonesian Foreign Policy, International Law, and then History of Modern World, because that they are the basic core courses for studying international relations. And those basic courses also being made based on the national curriculum of international relations study. Yeah, so we have that kind of national curriculum, and wherever you study international relations in BINUS, in UI, or in Parahyangan, or even in Cendrawasih, then you will get those basic courses. But what makes it different, of course, is the elective courses. And usually this kind of elective courses is made based on the characteristic of the uniqueness of the university. Yeah, for instance, like in our university, because we are so-called IT-based discipline. Yeah, we teach the students few courses related to IT, basic IT, like cyber security or cyber warfare. Yeah, and perhaps in other university, because I give you one example, like if your university is a little bit nearby the sea, then yeah, they will have so-called elective courses related to marine studies, for instance. So this kind of courses, elective courses, are usually made based on the geographical location, and also the interest of the students, and also the interest of the university as well. That's the thing. And also one other thing that we also have language courses, yeah, besides English, because having second language skills would be also very helpful if you study international relations, because then when you study, then you will deal with sometimes, yeah, texts or documents, or even textbook who are not in English. Yeah, even though nowadays many more or most of the textbooks already been translated into English, but if sometimes when you do research on, when you would like to would like to know more about something, then it is it is better than if you can see the original text. And that's why the second language skills would be also very important for you.
Thank you, Bhumita. Yeah, I would like just to touch on more the fact that you mentioned that we are also an IT-based university. Then perhaps you can probably share us, either Bhumita or Bu Greta can probably share us about the kind of the facilities that we have at the campus, that basically our international relations students can just enjoy or get the benefits of those facilities.
Bu Greta or me would like to share?
Umita, do you want to share specifically because it's in international relations, the facility?
Okay, perhaps I'm going to share my picture. It doesn't mean to show off, but I just would like to show you some what we are doing, especially during this pandemic situation. Yeah, that we have been there for 1 year. Okay, yeah. Here. Okay, let me share my screen. Oops, sorry, wait. Because just like other universities, we also encounter some difficulties during this pandemic. We have to study from home. I myself have to teach from home, and I have to do everything online. So here I would like to share a little bit my experience to teach online. And here is one of the method that our university apply during this pandemic. So we have what we call multi-channel learning. Yes, and then we also, we in this scheme we have one joint class. Yeah. So usually it's for basic courses. For instance, this time I teach contemporary global affairs. Yeah, it is one of our basic courses, and it is being taught in global class and also in regular classes. Since the global class, we only have one class, so I'm the one who only teach the subject, but my colleague in regular program, because they have 3 or 4 parallel classes, so when you teach the subject and teach this session, then one lecture will be in the classroom and teach in this empty classroom, and then the students will see his or her lecture from their own places or their own home. And in this slides, we also can invite the guest lecturer from outside university and even outside of Indonesia. And here I would like to share, at that time we invited one guest lecturer from Australia, Ibu Amalia, who used to be our teaching staff, but now she lives in Australia and she works there. And she gave her presentation from her place. Yeah, and while I was in Jakarta, in our campus in Kemanggisan at that time, and the students watch her presentations and follow our discussion, join our class in their own places. So I think this is one of the advantages of our university as an IT-based education institution. And also some other courses. Yeah, we also have that kind of courses which has some IT discipline, yeah, like as I mentioned, like cyber warfare or cyber security. But I didn't teach that courses. But in that courses, we combine between IR discipline and IR issues, and how then they connect with the IT or the ICT phenomena. Yeah, as you know now, the cybersecurity is one of the important issues, and Indonesia itself also because of this, so Indonesia itself also made some development, like for instance, established like a national cybersecurity agency, because Indonesia itself is one of the country where are very vulnerable of this phenomena, and we also discussed that issue in our classroom. Thank you. Perhaps Ibu Greta would like to add my explanation, or.
So yeah, besides on the IT basis, I think other facilities that students can also use and also benefit in BINUS is the Moon Court here.
Oh yeah, Moon Court.
So maybe Mita can explain a bit about the Moon Court and how it works.
Okay, and then here I also would like to show you our room. Wait a second. Yeah. So we have one room in our Alam Sutra campus, which is designed like the room, one of the room in UN headquarters in New York. Yeah, so we try to make it similar, but not really 100% similar, because yeah, of course they are bigger and they are like a circle, but we try to. And the purpose of that, because in our program, we have the course of diplomacy and international politics. And in this course, the students also learn how to do negotiations, how to present their opinion, their view, just like when they represent their country. Okay, so then when they are in this room, because they learn these courses, they join these courses, they will feel, oh, it's like I'm in the one of the UN headquarters session. So I might be like our Ibu Retno Marsudi, or even our President Jokowi when he gave a speech in General Assembly in UN headquarters. And so students can enjoy that kind of feeling and can learn how to do negotiation and how to argue with your counterpart, even with your enemy in that room. So maybe I can share the picture of that room. Wait a second. Yeah, this one, but this is for the lecture. We also use this room as a lecture room. Okay. So you can see the shape of this room is circle. So and then this kind of sitting arrangement also helpful for us, because we can have negotiation. Yeah, we can have discussion easily without any obstacles. Wait a second. This one. Oops. Yeah, this one. So this is the original room in the left side, and then the right side is our room in Alam Sutera campus. I think that's all. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe may I add a little? So I think one of the other benefits of joining Global Class, International Relations Global Class, is that as we try our best to keep our classes small, it is very beneficial for students to get direct feedback from their lectures. So I think in the regular program, in one class, how many students are there, Ms. Mita? I think maybe around 60.
Yeah, approximately between 50 to 60.
50 to 60. So
yeah, in one class, yeah.
Yeah, in one class. So as you can imagine, if we only have, like, for instance, 20 to 35 students, students can get direct interaction and also get feedbacks on how they debate, on how they present, and so on. So I think that's another benefit of joining Global Class. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhumita and Bu Greta. I think that was interesting to see the one of the facilities being the United Nations classroom. I think it also lets the student basically practice and lets them ready for like their career and onwards. Speaking about career, I would like to touch on more about maybe perhaps you can share as well what are the internship opportunities that Global Class provide. And then on top of that, perhaps what are the career opportunities that they can get into, perhaps like the work that they can get into after graduating and holding this degree of an international relations from Global Class.
Okay, thank you, Isabel. Talking about internship, internship program is one of the program that we offer to the students, and internship itself is part of our curriculum, our 3+1 curriculum or enrichment curriculum. And in this internship, just like other program, yeah, because in our 3+1 curriculum, the students has to choose one between 4 options. Internship is one of them, and then if they would like to they like working in the community, then they also can choose the track or program community development. And if they would like to do research or like having that, then they also can choose research. Or if they would like to run their business, yeah, if they have the passion on that, then they can choose program or track entrepreneurship. About internship program, they conduct this internship in the 7th semester. Yeah. And usually the places or the institution where do they go for internship is various. Yeah, some of them go to our government officials, parliament, and some others also do their internship in private sectors like multinational companies or NGOs, yeah, or media, or last time, in media, and also some NGOs, and also in the community. And their experience by doing this internship is also helpful for them for writing their thesis, their final thesis or scriptsy, and also will be helpful for them when they would like to apply for jobs after they graduate. And in speaking of applying for jobs or career prospect, most of the IR alumni in general, they can go to our ministries. Yeah, for instance, like Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Not only that, even now, we think that most ministries in Indonesia, or most government officers, government office in Indonesia, they have international relations alumni, especially if you are in, for instance, division of international collaboration, yeah, or negotiation, or international trade. Usually, this kind of units needs IR alumni, yeah. Or now, like you also see now the phenomena of free trade, area, then mobility between one country to another, or border issues become a very important. Trade between trade in the border is also very important, and that's why they also need IR alumni or IR scholar to study that, or to give an output to the government on how to deal with this issue. Also, they some of them also work in the media, yeah, printed or electronic media, or even now social media company, yeah, now becomes very trend for our for the students. And why the students can work in the media sectors? Because when we work, when we study, we have to follow the issue. We have to learn about the issue, and the changes of the current issue itself, as you know, is a very quick, yeah, only in the second. So this habit, or this kind of habit will make the student can practice their observation, then their writing skill, their analysis, and also their public speaking. So that's why they can go to media. And some other students, they also work in the NGO sectors, and there are several international NGOs has office in Indonesia, and some of them also have IR alumni. And then what else? Some few students, they run their own business, yeah, because probably they have the passion on that. And the interesting point, when the students have their own business, they also can see, or they also can think how to expand their market because of their knowledge of region, yeah. So for example, if I would like to expand my business to Southeast Asian region or other Southeast Asian countries, I have to do this and that, because I know in those countries or in those areas, I know the populations, I know their local culture, I know their taste, I know their preference. So it will be easier for me to expand my business, something like that. Yeah, I think that's all.
Thank you so much, Bhumita. Perhaps other than, because you mentioned also regarding the 3+1 track option, perhaps we can also talk about the integrated study abroad track.
Yeah. that's a compulsory study abroad. Yeah, this is also part of our curriculum, and in global class that is compulsory, so it means a student has to do that. And in that compulsory study abroad program, they can choose to which university they would like to go from the list of our partners, our university partners. And those lists, you can see that are located in Asia, in Europe, in Australia, and then each of them has their own requirement, of course, and each of them also has some other qualifications, and each of them also have some advantages. Like, for instance, one of our students last semester, he did their study abroad in Netherlands, and in that university, they have an internship program outside the Netherlands, outside the country. And yeah, he applied and he was accepted in an internship program in Greece. Yeah, and he enjoyed this benefit because he was in Netherlands, and he went to Greece, and both countries are the member of European Union. So it was easier for him to do this mobility, because they were still at the same region and not quite far. And he also learned about this issue, of course, about he did internship in one of the NGOs deals with refugees at that time in that location. So of course he learned about this issue, and he learned about the people mobility in this region, and he also learned about the region itself, about the European Union region itself, which is also different than our Southeast Asian region. Yeah, and then he also shared the experience with us, and he said, "Oh yeah, this by doing this internship and by seeing the issues directly with my eyes, so I could see, there are plenty of things that I can learn which I didn't get when I was in the classroom. Perhaps my teacher didn't teach us, and from that experience on what he has seen, he also can share with us, can share with his junior. So it will attract the other students to really serious thinking and doing about this study abroad program, because each programs, each university, and each region has their own characteristic, and that can be additional knowledge and experience for the students.
Perhaps you can also add where the other partners of Global Class overseas universities are. I know you mentioned a few that are in Asia and Europe. Perhaps you can mention probably just a couple of them so that our students who are interested can get an overview of these other universities.
I see. The other universities which are also popular for global students is the one are located in South Korea, and you know that how this country now is currently is very popular among the students, among the young generation in Indonesia, because of their K-pop culture. And some of our students went there, and but I am not sure whether they are the K-pop fans or not. But they could see how of course how this South Korea as a developed countries, and then they could see also the influence of this this kind of culture on their society, and how society can be an inspiration for them to establish this K-pop. And they learn the local culture, they learn the modernity of this country, and they also can interact with students from many countries and from other regions. And one of them even learned the local language, learn Korean. And he said, "This is a very good opportunity for me because I can learn Korean, free, because it's included in the tuition fee. And he also could interact with the locals, so it means that he could practice his Korean, and he could bring these skills when he returned to Indonesia, because now currently, even though the foreign direct investment from South Korea in Indonesia is very massive now, but we still have less people who are expert on Korean in Indonesia. So we think that his experience, his skill will be beneficial for him and also for Indonesia in general.
Thank you, Bhumita. I think it was interesting that you mentioned regarding the K-pop part. I guess I wanted to touch on that mostly because I guess when people think about studying international relations, they probably assume that it's mostly studying about law or studying about, you know, the different countries, the history and stuff. But the global class at BINUS University also teaches about what is currently popular, and then also like the other languages that basically gets them ready for to know basically what's going on in the world, and not just basically like heavy news and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, continue.
Sorry, would you like to add anything, Ms. Greta?
Yeah, so maybe just wanted to share a little bit about our partners. But Bhumita, do you want to add on anything about South Korea?
Yeah, maybe not about South Korea, but we also have another partners from Japan, for instance. I think Bu Greta also knows it because you have been there, and also from Taiwan. So why we try to make partnership with universities from many countries, from many regions, because we would like to give the students many perspective, because as I said, each region or each country has, sometimes they have their own characteristic, their own culture. And students also, yeah, when they choose the destination for their study abroad, they also, it is because they also have some interest things on that place or that country. Yeah, for instance, yeah, like Taiwan, even though it is a small country, but they are very interesting. Their relations with their big brother in China, and then their achievement recently to deal with COVID-19 is also very impressive. So I think that's the thing that our students our students in general can learn from that. And also Japan, as we know, that one of the developed country in the world, and this country's position is also very unique in Asia and even in the world, in the global community. So the students also can learn how unique Japan is, or how unique Taiwan is, for enrich their study. And yeah, we are also trying to add other universities to be our partners. So hopefully, yeah, we can give them many more options for their study abroad destination. I think that's all.
Yeah, so adding from Bhumita, this is some of our partners that I want to show to you. This is, we have partners in Europe, Fontis in the Netherlands. We have partners in France. We also have one in UK, Queen Mary University. We also have partners in Japan, China, and then Philippines, South Korea. We have Sun Kyun Kwan. So if you see here in my table, there's the ranking. So if it says WUR, that's the World University Ranking. Some of them don't have the rankings just because they don't join the ranking system. But most of our partners are well-ranked universities and are usually either the same, or we try our best to get a higher grade university. So it's their academic standard might be higher than the ones that we have in BINUS right now. So that's our purpose, that students who join Global Class, we prepare them so when they go abroad, they will not fail. They will come back successfully with a good grade, because it will be fully transferred to their transcript. We also have partners in Malaysia, and also we have a scholarship for students going to Australia in Monash, if I'm not mistaken, is 58 in the World University Ranking, so they're very good. So there's a lot of soft opportunities, and this list keeps on changing, everyone, every semester. So we usually evaluate them. We evaluate whether this partner is still good for global class or not. Is it still what do you call it? Do we communicate well with them? How do they handle our students and so on? So we always have those kind of evaluation every semester when the students come back. So it's not always the same. And of course, there's always a possibility to add on this list. That's why usually if students want to come to global class, we advise them to not be fixated on the list, because this list may change in every semester. So these are only some of the partners, but once you are interested in joining global class, I can explain more about the partners that we have in global class. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I just have one more question from the global class team before we get on into more information regarding the admissions part. You mentioned about like the integrated study abroad option and the fact that you guys give support. Perhaps you can tell us a bit more on what kind of support do our students get when they are here in Indonesia and also when they are currently studying abroad.
Yeah. Okay. So in global class, as I mentioned before, because we keep our numbers small, we try our best to have a good communication with all our students. Students have a student advisor who will help them in terms of non-academic issues. The student advisor will be their point of contact when they have any issues with their payments, with their academics, they have problems with their lectures and so on. So besides that, we also have our own deputy head. So for instance, Ms. Mita, she's only handling like for around less than 100, I think so, for all global class students, because we are small. So I think that's another benefit, that our students get full attention from their deputy heads. And we also have compulsory workshops for our students. So every semester, we prepare students in terms of their soft skills. So we prepare them on how to communicate, on how to present, on how to time manage, to do time management, stress management, and those kind of things. And hopefully all of these skills will be useful once they go abroad, and also will be useful later in their life, in their career life, of course. So I guess that's the support that we give to our students, that I don't think many universities give this kind of detailed support, but in BINUS, and especially in global class, we have a really detailed and personal support for the students. Another thing is also that we have also English support for the students. So if students come to global class and they feel that I don't think I have enough TOEFL score, for instance. I'm afraid that because my TOEFL score is not very high, it will fail me later on when I do my study abroad, for instance. So we also have English support for the students, where students will get English enrichment program in their second semester if their TOEFL score upon entrance is below 550. Okay, that's all I think. Yeah, thank you.
I think I would like to add a little bit from Ibu Greta's explanation. Yeah, that kind of support is very important for the students because here, I mean, in this time, they go abroad for studying. Probably most of them, or maybe all of them, often goes abroad for jalan-jalan, for traveling, and that is very different when you go abroad for studying. And because you live like a local people, then you have to deal with the day-to-day activities like a local people, and some of them have a kind of a culture shock with that. also, yeah, in terms of habit, in terms of language, because I myself, when I was in undergraduate, or when I did my study abroad for the first time, I encountered that kind of experience, and I was so so shocked. Okay, why it's like this? Why seems my friend in my classroom are so smart, and when the teacher say something in the first 5 minutes, and then my friend who sat next to me already raised their hand. And even I myself still try to understand what the teacher said. So that kind of thing really, sometimes it's really, how to say, disturbing, sometimes really painful for the students if they are not ready yet. So those kind of support is very important for the students, and also to prepare the students to deal with the different atmosphere. Yeah, because yeah, they are the global class students. They will go to the global society with a lot of differences, with a lot of various things that they might not know before. Yeah, and yeah, so the feeling or the preparation of having this kind of thing is very important for them after they graduate, when they apply for jobs, when they interact with other people from different background, different ethnic, or different mindset, so they will not shock anymore. Yeah.
I think besides for students, for Indonesian students, also for foreign students going to global class, I think culture shock is still one of the issues, right? Like living in Indonesia, you might need to get support psychologically, or you need someone to talk to, as simple as that. Those kind of things are the things that we provide, and we try our best to reach out to our students, because we are in small numbers. So I think that would be very beneficial for students. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ms. Greta and Ms. Mita. Yeah, I've also heard that you guys also have perhaps like group chats that is also available for our students. I've heard also that your basically the team entirely is basically like a very close-knit family, so that the students basically can reach out to the to you guys through email or even through a chat if they have any kinds of concerns or anything. So it's not very so much as just like an institution where we just have our students take part, and it's basically a very close-knit family that you guys give 100% support to our students in every single step of the way. I think our Nico, I think he left due to a technical difficulty. He just texted me that he will be joining us soon. Perhaps before that, maybe Ms. Greta or Bumita can have something else to add while we wait for Panico to talk about the admissions process.
Okay. So wait a second. I think besides the class size, the workshops that we do, the other things for foreigners to come to global class, I think it would be also very beneficial. If I don't know if compared to the later on, Pak Nico will explain, but if compared with the international program, our price is very different, I think. And although I know that the degrees are still from Indonesia, but still the international experience, the international exposure is there when you're in global class. So that would be a great benefit. And usually when we have international students coming to BINUS, studying in international relations, they will be in global classes because they will have no difficulties in communicating, right, Bumita?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so that usually happens. Yeah, I think what else, Miss Abel, that I can explain? Yeah.
Maybe while waiting for him, we can talk about perhaps like that BINUS University is an internationally recognized university. Perhaps you can talk about the awards and kind of the ranking of BINUS University in general, in case of some of the students might not be totally aware.
Yeah, that's right. So I think right now in the Asian ranking, we're at 251, if I'm not mistaken, 251 until 260, is it, Ms. Abel? And am I correct?
257. Yeah.
Oh, 257. Okay, and in the World University ranking, we're at the range of 801 to 1,000, right? Yeah, and besides that, we have had many awards. I think we are actively joining many what do you call it? We join many certification, which is to ensure that our education quality meets the qualities that we hope to be when our graduates graduate and go abroad, and they won't have any problems joining any master degree abroad. And besides that, in particular for Global Class, I think one of the other benefits is that because of the small class size, students and very selected, if I may say, because yeah, when you come to Global Class, you would need to have another interview with the deputy head, so it's very selected. So in Global Class, the academic achievement has been very good. So more than 85% of our international relations students have a GPA of more than 3.0. So that is very high, and we don't have any students in international relations whose GPA is below 2.0. So that is a very great achievement, I think, in Global Class. And I guess, yeah, when you study with people who are smart, who have very high motivation, who are very, what do you call it, who are very diligent, in some ways, these kind of atmosphere will also make you want to study more and make you want to explore more. So I hope that will be a very good thing for the students when they join Global Class. Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to add a little bit, Bu Greta, if I may. Regarding about the interview to the potential students, usually just like other deputy head, I would like to ask, yeah, of course, their interest to study IR in general, and also their interest to study Global Class program. Yeah, for instance, for foreigners, if they would like to study in our program, yeah, probably they would like to study about Indonesia, and then Indonesia in the region. Then I can say, oh yeah, why do you want to study about Indonesia? What makes you feel that this is a specific thing that you would like to know more? So if I know that, then I will try to guide him or her to what you need to know, what you need to do the more deep research on that, and how then would help you to understand this Indonesia or your interest, and you develop your knowledge and skills to be something useful for yourself, something like that.
Thank you so much. I see that Nico has already joined us. Unless Ms. Greta and Ms. Mita would like to add anything else, we can proceed with the admissions process to get into Global Class.
I think that's all from me.
Okay, thank you.
If they would like to know more, they can look for see our website. That's the easiest way, or our Instagram account. Maybe I can share our website. if I may, just for a few minutes. Wait a second. Yeah, this is my email, and also below my email address is our department's website. So you will get a bigger picture about our department and also our program, because then in that website you also can see about our vision and mission, and also our teaching staff. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhumita. I think Dita can help to also share it in the chat so that our students can also copy paste. Yeah, without any further ado, Paniko, please go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Bhumita, Bhugrita, for the lovely presentations. Now I'd like to share about the process of the admission process of the for undergraduate programs, especially in global class. Actually, this process is all the same. It's applied to all BINUS University programs. Okay. First, then you need to submit the application form. And along with the application form, we also require your transcripts from grade 10 to 12, high school diploma, or senior high national exam certificate, English test, score results, and your passport, ID card. And if you are studying abroad and would like to continue your undergraduate program to BINUS University, you will need to submit as well the high school equivalency from our from Indonesian Ministry of Education. After you submit the application, then you will join the entrance test or English test, and then you will have to interview with the head of program or with deputy head of programs. Then waiting for approval, and then you get the letter of acceptance. The admission cycle for the global class now is only once a year for September. I think that's all. Then this, since you are applying, or if you are applying to BINUS University, then you already have the English certificate. This is the test that we also accept. Then if you are past minimum 5 for IELTS, then you don't have to take the English test by BINUS University. Okay, so if you would like to know more about BINUS University, about BINUS Global Class program, then you can submit or you can scan the QR code here, then fill out the remaining questions in the QR code, then we will send you the information that you are required. So that's all from me, Abel.
Miss Abel, can I share our social media account for a while? Perhaps.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe Pak Niko can. Yeah, this is our social media account. So you can take a look. Probably if you are a bit lazy to open our website, then you can see our social media account, which might be easier for you to see and to follow our activities there. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bhumita. Perhaps from Paniko, just for the admissions part, would it be open for this year's intake, or would the students have to apply for the 2022 intake? And also, when are the deadlines, I guess?
So for the September intake, we are still open until 15th of June. So there's still a time if you would like to apply to BINUS University, especially for the global class programs, then you still have time to apply, then just submit the application form and we will guide you through the process.
Thank you. Maybe Dita can also help to share the QR as well as the link for to fill in the form. I think we can have, perhaps if at the moment we only have Alvin here with us. Hi. If you would like to have any questions, you can feel free to unmute yourself, or you can just type in any questions that you would like. Otherwise, I think we can close the session for now. We will also, of course, we will be sending the recorded session as well as the presentations that we also presented earlier, so you can rewatch and also share to any of your friends who might be interested. I think Dita, okay. Yeah, so Dita has just typed in the link. If you would like to be interested, if you would like basically to know more about the admissions and more about BINUS University, that link is basically, for us to get in contact with you should you have any more inquiries or questions. Otherwise, we'd like to thank everyone's time for making this Q&A happen. Thank you so much, Miss Greta. Thank you, Bumita. Thank you, Pa Nico. Thank you so much, Tita, for the support. And thank you, everyone, for watching and making the time to attend this Q&A. I hope everyone has a nice weekend. Goodbye.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a nice weekend, everyone.